Welcome. What is up? Thank you for tuning into Jim Roman's Burning. I've got a tremendous Friday show for you. Fresh off signing a 3-year extension with the Jacksonville Jaguars, running back Fred Taylor will be my guest. But first, here is what I am burning on. Alex Rodriguez arrived in camp talking, and he really has not stopped since. First, he set the record straight about his relationship with Derek Jeter, and now in a piece that is set to air on HBO's Real Sports, he pumps up his surrogate pop, Lou Piniella. He says Piniella, quote, has been just like a father to me, and he says that unlike his manager, Joe Torre, who pretty much flatlines through every game he manages, he's pumped up by Piniella when he does things like drag second base out to center field and then chuck it over the scoreboard. Now, I've said it myself about A-Rod. The more he bumps his gums, the worse he seems to make it for himself, but I honestly see the guy working. In his mind, he's tried to fit in, stay down, and not step on anybody's toes, and all it's gotten him is crushed, and nobody's ever had his back. Now he's thinking, well, if I am going down, I'm going down being my own man. I'm going down my way. He's trying to get out in front of it. He's trying to assert some control. And as for him jockeying Piniella at Torre's expense, fair game, Joe. You're the one who sold him out in Sports Illustrated. You're the one who humiliated the guy by dropping him to number 8 in the batting order. So he fired back with a lose my dad bomb. Torre had that one coming to him. I mean, what's he ever done for A-Rod? Obviously, what A-Rod really needs to do is show up in October, get a few knocks and stakes that matter, and not kick it all over the yard. But it's not October. It's only February. And in the meantime, I like that the guy is finally showing some spine. Nothing else has worked.
Here's James. Oh, he's going for the 3. And comes up short. He'll have another opportunity. Here he goes with the 3-point attempt, and he misses on both, and that's it. And LeBron will be hearing it for this finish for the next few days.
Last night's Cleveland-Dallas game was LeBron James' career in a nutshell. The guy comes out, he completely dominates. He gets his undermanned team on his back. He pours in 39, and he nearly leads them to a huge win on the road over the Mavericks, only to miss a couple of key throws and trays at the end of the game and fail to finish once again. That right there is a microcosm of his career. He'll dominate. He's having another excellent year, but 4 years in, he still is not one of the game's great finishers. He hasn't proven that he can consistently take over and close out games. Now, you can say the cat is just 22, but the fact is he is in his 4th year, and he was drafted the same time Dwayne Wade was, and LeBron is not in Wade's class as a finisher. I get that the guy has almost no help whatsoever. He doesn't have flashy supporting cast, and that's definitely a part of it, and he does need help, but he's not cold-blooded at the end of games like Kobe Bryant or Wade or even Carmelo Anthony. The other obvious part of the problem is the ridiculous and unrealistic expectations dropped on this guy from day one. He was hit with the king gloss as a teenager. He was going to do for the association what Tiger Woods did for the PGA. He was 45, Larry Bird, and Irv all rolled into one. I mean, ridiculous. He's not going to live up to that absurd hype. Nobody would. The guy had a great game last night, but you can't use his age or the guys that he runs with as an excuse anymore. I'm not saying he has to win a title all by himself, but he has to start finishing. He's got to take that next step. He needs to stop channeling the big Aristotle at the line and start balling like the king, because last night's effort is not going to help his rep as a guy who can't finish. And you can go ahead and add LA Laker Vladimir Radmanovich to the Liars Club. He now joins the likes of Jeff Kent, Bill Clinton, and Rafael Palmeiros as guys who don't know the difference between the truth and a lie. The Lakers dinged him for $500,000 for that story that he made up about separating his shoulder. You'll remember that initially he told them that he slipped on some ice carrying coffee out of a cafe. Yeah, either that or he went snowboarding for the first time in his life, bought it, and wrecked his wing. That'll be 500 gur for your trouble, and the last time anybody believes a word that comes out of your mouth. I wish I could have been there for Vlad's strategy session with his boys. But what am I going to do? Kobe's going to kill me. They're going to void my contract. Relax, bro. Just tell them that you were carrying your triple shot, half-calf, non-fat, double-whipped soy latte Americano out of Starbucks. You flipped the weirdo barista behind the counter with that javelin hammered into his cheekbone, a Jackson, and you slipped on some ice. They'll never know. Yeah, either that or they'll sniff it out the very second you say it. Memo to all pro athletes: don't do things that you're not supposed to do while you're still active, namely snowboard or strap yourself to a crotch rocket. And if you do and you get hurt, don't lie, own it. That way people don't think you're Jeff Kent. The only thing this cat was missing was the porn stash. And you know the old argument that some golfers are athletes and some aren't? Well, there's no question Tiger Woods is an athlete. Hard to make the same argument, though, for my man John Daly. I love JD. I'm not even talking about that world-class boiler he has working, or those death sticks he chain smokes, or those Spunkmeyers he chain eats. If anything, those things might actually make him more of an athlete. If he can still bomb at 300 plus with all that extra baggage on board, he must have some skills. It's just hard to call a guy an athlete when a clicking Nikon can shut him down, and that's what happened yesterday at the Honda Classic. Some fan went brain dead, snapped his picture in the middle of JD's backswing. He stopped, something in his shoulder blade didn't, and the next thing you know, he's in the PT trailer deciding which Hooters to drown his sorrows in. JD, I know you're allergic to treadmills and free weights and that fitness has never been your strong suit, but this is a sign that you need to start taking better care of yourself. I'm not looking for you to run a 4-minute mile or high jump 7 feet, but if a camera click ends your week, maybe it's time to mix in a run to the gym, or at least a walk around the block. The guy can use his spine like a corkscrew to crush golf balls, but a Nikon puts him on the rack? I mean, what is that? Oh, and memo to ignorant golf fan. Are you illiterate? Can you not read the signs? No cameras means no cameras. Later